Hi guys, it's Monday and gonna do a little bit of baking with Keith this Monday afternoon. So I've had a packet of yeast left in the cupboard, dried yeast. So I've decided to make some bread rolls. First of all, to have with Mrs. T's fantastic homemade soup later, and then take some bread rolls to work tomorrow. So this is the dough I've made. I made it half and half. I made half with wholemeal flour and half with white flour. It's basically exactly the same white bread recipe that I use. I just Google white bread, first recipe that comes up. And I can put the link in the comment if you need it. But it's just a white bread recipe. And like I said, I've done half wholemeal flour and half white. So this is me, after I've mixed it up, just giving a good old knead in. Going to get it into the bowl and get it proved. It was a little bit cold in the kitchen today, so I did actually pop this into the airing cupboard to help it on its way. But as you can see, into the bowl, on with the little plastic cover. And yeah, just getting it out of the airing cupboard now, and it is doubled in size, so it's time to make my bread rolls. So as you can see, I'm using this silicone matting, which is absolutely brilliant. You don't have to grease the tins. Now I'm going to take the whole amount of dough, I'm going to weigh it, and then I'm going to ask my smart speaker, who I'm not going to say her name, I'm going to ask her to divide whatever that weight is by 8, and I'm going to make 8 bread rolls. So just knock the air out of it a bit, onto the scales, give it a weigh, tell my smart speaker how much it weighs and ask her to divide it by 8, which is done. And then I'm going to weigh each roll so I get more or less the same size and weight of roll. You know, let's be uniform if we can. So this is it, guys. I haven't sped this video up today. I'm just going to do it in normal time. So this is me weighing each piece of dough and adding a little bit more until I get the weight of each bread roll. Like I said, I will cut this into 8 pieces. You could do as many as you like. If you wanted smaller bread rolls, you could possibly do it into 16 or whatever, 12. But it's entirely up to you. I've decided I'm going to get 8 out of this. I'm going to have one lovely big bread roll buttered with a bowl of Mrs. T's homemade soup that she's left in the fridge for me. And, I don't know, I might take 1 cheese and pickle roll to work tomorrow. But then again, I might take 2. Who knows? It is Tuesday. Not that that makes a difference. I'm just waffling now to kill time. But this dough is really lovely. I've got to be honest. Really lovely. So yes, at this point I wish that I had sped the video up, because I could have stopped talking by now. So we got 2, 4, 6. These are the last 2 now. And like I said, I just divided the weight by 8. And here we got 8 perfect rolls. This is where the skill comes in now. Look at this now. 2 hands. Gonna mold these bad boys up. Look at this. You can tell I worked in a bakery at the age of 16, can you? Look at that. Perfection. Like a machine. Oh my gosh, look at that. Perfect is a word that's used too often, isn't it? Anyways, so I'm just going to roll the last couple up. And hopefully all 8 should just fit on the tray. Once they're on the tray and they're covered over, comes the most important part, and I always talk about it, and it's the proving. If you don't prove these rolls until they doubled in size, then when you bake them, you're just going to bake bricks. The importance of baking with yeast is to make sure that the proving is done right. So I'm going to cover them over. I've actually put a heater on in the kitchen now because it's a little bit cold in here. The oven's up to temperature. Let's have a look. Look at that. Look at the size of those now. They're nice. They've puffed up. They're not overproved. They're just right. Now, if you want these a little bit crusty, you can chuck some water in the bottom of the oven before you put them in. But I don't want them crusty. I want them as they are. in they go in, and I'm going to bake them at 200 degrees. Don't know what that is, gas mark's gone these days. I'm baking them for 20 minutes. So now, look at this, guys. This is just after 20 minutes. So they're just about to come out now. Oh my God, and the smell it's insane. It's like being in a bakery. So I say these have taken a little bit longer, guys, because on the packet, I won't say what shop it's from, but on the packet it says fast acting yeast. Trust me, they should have left the fast off. I had about 4 of these packs of yeast, and thankfully this is the last one, because there's nothing fast about this yeast. But there they are, guys. Absolutely perfect bread rolls. Half white, half brown. Not granary, wholemeal. They smell stunning, and no doubt when I butter one of those with my soup later, going to be stunning. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and share. Have a